Yo, you live? We are live. OneWrestling.com. How's it going? I am that masked man. That is the dirtiest of the city. 8-Track Brown. Track, what's up, man?
What up, bro?
I can hear myself.
What's going on, man? You hear yourself?
Yes, sir.
All right. You shouldn't be able to hear yourself now.
All right, great. Anyway, we have certain things to do tonight. It is very early in the morning, but we were just up watching the Triple G and Canelo Alvarez match, and we figured we'd talk about it a little bit here. Even though this is a pro wrestling show, we're going to be predicting Hell in a Cell. And for this matter, they should have put both of these guys in a Hell in a Cell because they beat the living trash out of each other. In particular, what I saw for the last 5 rounds, Triple G won them hands down. To the point where I thought Triple G was going to knock this guy out. I thought he was going to knock him out. He was beating the crap out of Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo Alvarez gets a decision, a majority decision, but the other judge made it a tie. Canelo Alvarez won 2 out of the 3 scorecards. I don't know, man. It seems more like WWE to me than WWE right now. Tell me something, 8-Track Brown.
I saw the fight at the beginning of the 4th round from the end. Canelo was getting in that ass. He was getting on him, and he was taking a pounding to the body. So, I don't think there's probably a lot of people will definitely say, G won the last 4 to 5 rounds. And I guess from the things that we've seen in boxing over time, when the dude wins the closing rounds, especially if it's the last 4 to 5, he pretty much won the fight. Did they rob him? I don't know if I could call it a robbery.
You know what, man? They definitely robbed him the first time around.
Yeah, the first time definitely.
He got robbed the first time around, and it is Mexican Independence Day. And you know how much those Mexican dollars and the Latin American dollars.
Wait, Triple G's not. Triple G was Mexican too.
Triple G's not Mexican. He's like from.
What is he?
I forget. I think he's from the Ukraine. He's somewhere Eastern European.
Last name was Golovkin. That's right.
I don't know any Mexicans named Golovkin. Anyway, but regardless of that,
I just assumed he was Mexican because he was a good fighter.
all the money, right, that goes into it from the Latin American crowds that hold up the boxing economy, and they've been wanting to build a new Mexican boxer, the next great Mexican fighter, De La Hoya, Julio Cesar Chavez, that in that vein. They wanted this guy to be that. Floyd Mayweather whooped him up, and then he lost to Golovkin in the first fight. This fight, I guess it was debatable, but let me tell you something. Triple G got in his ass at the end to the point where they said, you know what, and that translator that they got, that guy that does the translating for, he is the absolute worst. How does he have a job? Yo, call me up. I will do a much better job, a lot cheaper. Undercutters. I'll undercut any translator you got. It's just the way it is. This guy is horrible. But I just think Triple G got robbed yet again, man. Triple G beat the trash out of him, wobbled him a couple of times. Canelo was standing there trying to figure out where he was. He's like, "Am I at the ice wall?
He was starting to rock that dude's dome.
Yeah.
And it was getting kind of scary, but he didn't knock him down.
Nah.
Now I tell you this. If he would have knocked him down, because when he did fall, that was a slip. But if he would have knocked him down,
he held himself back from.
He would have won the fight. Oh. Yes, yeah, he could have really got in him, but he stepped back. So, I think if he would have knocked him down, he would have won the fight. I think they would have gave it to him.
This guy, Dougie Fresh Richards. Who are you? Thank you for watching. I will tell you this. Everybody who's in the chat, thank you. This was unannounced. We were going to do a live review show or preview show, prediction show, Hell in a Cell. But we wanted to watch the fight first. But this guy keeps asking for Big Ray. I am tempted to say that this is actually Big Ray under another name because nobody asked for Big Ray. Okay? So, please cut it out. What's up, everybody else? Somebody else in the chat. AZ said they're gonna.
Couponer, what's up, man?
What's up, Couponer? AZ said they're gonna milk this for 4 matches. I wouldn't put it past them. They're
I was about to say,
definitely gonna try to pull off a third. Go ahead, Track. Tell me something, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rematch. I remember I texted you right after. I was like, there's gonna be a rematch. There's no way it's not. And when what really sucks about it is it's Triple G's first loss. So it's like, man, you wanted to see him keep that streak alive. But like I said, man, if anybody caught that fight, if you just caught that fight after round 5, you would have been like, what the heck happened here?
That's what happened to me. I caught it after round 5 and I was like, what the hell happened here? Like, really? And to be honest with you, I mean, I don't know how bad he beat the trash out of Triple G in the beginning, but I don't think it was enough to warrant. It wasn't like, he was not getting in Triple G like Triple G was doing him the last 4 rounds, mm-hmm. But it was clear that he was winning. It wasn't brutal like Triple G was doing, but you could say, oh, whoa, Triple G's losing this fight. He's got to do something. Yeah.
But once he started going in, it was nowhere near what Canelo was doing to Triple G in the beginning.
So check this out. I got numbers, right? The final punch stats and numbers, and the total punches. Triple G out-punched Canelo 234 to 202. And outlanded Canelo 234 to 202, and he outthrew Canelo. Get this, 879 to 622. So he was the most active fighter and the most accurate fighter, and lost the match. Now that being said,
last man, I got my numbers right here, and here it is, the cock and box numbers. I have Canelo leading the fight, 85 to 84. Canelo, 3 straight jabs to the face, and this thing is going to Canelo. I think he's gonna win. That's just what I think. Back to you, Mass Man.
I'm gonna do the Mexican translator guy. Oh yeah, he's gonna win the fight. He's going to take it back to Mexico. Yes, he's a good fighter. He's a great fighter, but he is a better fighter. He's a much better fighter, and that's the end of it. That's the way that guy talks, man.
Come on, what are you doing? Fight!
That's what he said. Fight the champion. He is the best. He is the best fighter.
This isn't cool. We're not winning here. It's like, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh, it's so bad. Anyway, we're probably gonna get a rematch here, and I need Triple G to win the third. Okay, Triple G, knock this guy out. All right, knock him out. Come on, let's do it.
And it's funny because I told you he can't knock Triple out. He can't knock out Triple G. He can't. No. He can't. If he was gonna do it, he would have did it in this fight. And to be honest, I don't think anybody can knock this dude out. It's going to take some Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler type fighter to knock Triple G out. He may lose by a decision, but he ain't getting knocked out. I don't see that dude getting knocked out in his future. I don't. In the rest of his career, I don't. Well, he may not even have that much left.
Yeah, he's getting older, which was what I wanted to say. He's definitely getting older, but he has a chin for days. But so does Canelo Alvarez, because if somebody else got hit like that, they would have just been night, go to sleep, a la Samoa Joe. Did you see that stupid promo that Samoa Joe cut?
I liked it, actually.
That was awful, bro. The bedtime story one?
Yeah, I thought that was cool. It reminded me, remember in the movie Ali? Yes. When he cut that promo and he started rhyming, he's like, Ali's coming down. He's going to really be in a fight and, whatever. That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of that scene in Ali when he was with Howard Cosell and he started doing that nursery rhyme stuff. And the minute he did it, everybody was like, all right, we got to see this fight. That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Tia Couponer
goes, lady! You know what that reminded me of? Oh, Saber!
Nah, man.
Sean.
I couldn't get with that stupid promo that he cut. I really couldn't. Are you really ready to get into hell in a cell, 8-Track Brown?
Well, they say hell is red and so is the new cell. So, All
right, man. Let's go through this real quick, man. Let me see what we got here.
They actually changed the color to red.
Did they really?
Yes, they did. It's going to be red.
Like the cell?
Red. Yes, like it was in Impact Wrestling.
Uh-huh.
That's the way it's going to look. It's going to be a red cell. Now, granted, when Impact had their red cell, it didn't really bother me. I just saw it was red because that's the way they introduced it.
Yeah.
WWE is changing it to red. Like, why not change it to black or something?
Keep going for a second, because I lost the match card for some reason. It just went away on me. So just.
Nah, but I don't know why they're doing that. It's not. I mean, it's not like a.
Here we go. I got it.
It's gonna take hard to get. It's gonna take some getting used to. For how many matches they're gonna have in a cell.
It's gonna be ugly, just like the product. Anyway, here we go. SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The New Day versus Rusev Day for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
That's the pre-show.
It is the pre-show, the kickoff. Give me a prediction, 8-track, bro.
Well, I'm gonna go with New Day because I see Aiden English turning on Rusev, and he's gonna start Aiden English Day or Aiden English Month. Who knows? But look for the turn here on Aiden English. I mean, from Aiden English, and yeah.
I agree with you. Even if Aiden English does not turn, but the writing is on the wall that Aiden English has just had enough of Rusev, and he's probably going to take Lana with him. That'd be amazing if he did that. And then that would lead to that really happening in real life, because that's what always happens in the WWE. They need to stop doing affair angles. But yeah, that's what's going to happen, and then Rusev will...
Santiago said that the cage looks like a giant Target shopping cart. That's exactly what it does look like.
Yes.
It looks like one of those milk crates you sit out on the corner when you're on the block chilling in the summer.
In the slums of professional wrestling.
The slums of professional wrestling. Exactly. Right on the concourse. Chilling.
All right, man. So we both got the New Day. Let's move on to the next match. We got Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. This is the way the match card is set up. CBSSports.com. I'm going to give them credit for whatever I am reading right now. This is the way it's set up. All right. So Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. Hell in a Cell. This should have happened 20 years ago. Unfortunately, we're getting it now. I'm not very interested, to be honest with you, Track, and I haven't spoken to you about this. So these will be the first times I hear your thoughts on this. I think Jeff Hardy needs to retire. I love Jeff Hardy. I love him. But every time I see him wrestle, it looks like he's in pain. I don't know why. I can just see it in his face that he is in pain all the time, and I don't want to see that anymore. Not to mention that I really don't want to see Randy Orton in the ring 9 times out of 10 anyway. But here's what's going to happen. It's going to be a huge dip off of this cage, either to the outside or on the inside, but you know you're going to see a swanton off of the cage. I don't want to see this, man. Tell me something.
I honestly believe, this is what I believe, that Jeff Hardy suffers from depression, and I think he is going to commit suicide.
Oh, God.
I think that's going to be his last match. And I'm half kidding, but there really was a part of me that said, do you think that this dude is crazy enough to do something where he kills himself on purpose? just because. Like, I answered myself and I said, you know what? Yeah, I do. I think Jeff Hardy is quite stupid enough to commit suicide to be the greatest spot in wrestling history, because
he'll never do that.
How do you get better than somebody who literally kills themselves?
Well, come on.
You can't top that. But, yeah, his brother had to retire, and I saw that in Impact. I was like, he ain't got it much left in him.
Did he officially retire?
Yeah, he's officially done.
Okay.
And, for Jeff Hardy, you know, they're talking about we might see Willow or the brother Nero or a combination of both or whatever. I wouldn't mind seeing Willow in the Hell in a Cell, but yeah, Jeff Hardy looks like he's in pain all the time when he walks to that ring. But to be honest, I always felt that dude was just, his body was made of adamantium because he could just keep going. And you know, I think Randy Orton is going to win because Jeff Hardy's going to do some stupid crap that just takes him out of commission. I really want to say it's a no contest, but I'm going to say they're going to give it to Randy Orton.
Geez, I don't know who I like here. I really don't. I hope Jeff Hardy wins. I'm going to take Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
If he's going to do a jump off the cage and sacrifice his body, at least give him the win. At the very least.
But see, that's the thing. They actually wouldn't. They actually wouldn't. They would have him do some crazy shit, crazy stuff, and they would just have him lose after that, because that's the Jeff Hardy character. And by WWE booking logic, since the Jeff Hardy character is so extreme and so nuts, he would cost himself the match. And that's, this whole match is one big way of protecting him from this loss. So there you go.
It's possible. It's very possible. All right. Well, those are the predictions for that. We got Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella versus The Miz and Maryse. Now, Daniel Bryan, what happened? What'd you get?
I'm just thinking of Monday Night Raw when she botched that suicide dive. Not the first one. And shout outs to a good friend of on our page, on the PW Hustle page, Parker Lewis. He pointed it out. The first one was not her fault, but the second one definitely was. That first one, for those who are blaming her for the first one, it wasn't her fault. Sarah Logan was supposed to catch her with an elbow or the forearm or whatever. That was supposed to be a cutoff move, and she completely botched it. But the second one, that was all Brie. And I hope to God we don't see a suicide dive in this one, because we just might see 2 suicides.
And then TJ Perkins will come out with a mask. Anyway,
yeah.
So Daniel Bryan versus Brie Bella. Oh, versus imagine that. That will probably be more entertaining than this. I don't want to see this. Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella.
I don't either.
Versus the Miz.
I think she's bringing Daniel Bryan down.
She kind of is. It's not anybody's fault, man. It's this book. And Daniel Bryan has been booked to lose. I think the Miz and Maryse go over here again. I don't think Daniel Bryan gets an ounce of victory here. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't think they're going to give Daniel Bryan a victory over the Miz till it counts. Or maybe he doesn't get one at all. If he gets, I don't know. I am lost here. Give me a prediction.
I say that the Miz and Maryse take it. I say they take it. I think it's going to lead to another match between a one-on-one between Daniel Bryan and the Miz. I don't think they're going to be quite done with this until WrestleMania. They're going to drag this whole thing out. So, just based off bragging rights in general, got to give it to the Miz.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to go with the same route. I'll take the Miz and Maryse. All right, for the Raw Tag Team Championships, we got Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. So it's the Dogs of War, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre versus the Hounds of Justice, or Roman Reigns.
Wait, are they calling themselves the Dogs of War for real?
Yes. What is it? Braun Strowman calls them his Dogs of War to battle the Hounds of Justice. Roman Reigns is Hounds of Justice. Roman Reigns is Pound Puppies. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, the supporting cast, the best supporting actors in the Shield. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. I think Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose take the belts, and that way the Shield has every belt on Raw. I think that's what they're going for here. Could be wrong, A-Track Brown.
So wait a minute. It's shout outs to Pat O'Neill. Yo, Pat O'Neill, we everywhere, man. At least that's what I think he's asking. It's Dean and Seth versus fake HBK and Drew Galloway.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, the Shield is winning. Gotta keep Roman strong. It's all about Roman, guys. This is not about the Shield.
No.
This is about Roman. But then again, do we see them giving Seth 2 belts?
Yes. Because it's still all about Roman. It's not about Seth. Seth can walk around with both those belts. Go ahead.
I say the Shield wins, but they're not walking out with the titles.
Interesting.
Roman is going to work.
We're not there yet. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I didn't say how. So,
but I think the Shield. You know what? I had already de facto made that prediction if they were all going to get the belts and walk out with them. So I think the Shield gets the tag team belts and walks out with them. Let's see what happens. Might be interesting. Probably not. Okay, SmackDown Women's Championship. We got Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch in what's possibly the best match of the night. Ricky Steamboat versus Ric Flair all over again, but this time it's females.
It's females.
It's gonna be good.
I'm gonna go with Charlotte. I don't see them giving her the belt and then just taking it away at this stage. Did they announce a match for her at Evolution yet?
I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know.
Oh, so if she's not, if there's no match announced for Charlotte at Evolution, I say Charlotte wins and they take it to Evolution.
I am with you. I think Charlotte wins here. I think they screwed this up. I think Becky Lynch, they should have let her win when she was supposed to win at the last pay-per-view. What was it, SummerSlam? Was that SummerSlam?
Yeah, it was SummerSlam.
She should have just won that belt and they could have ran with it. She was over as all hell. She's still over as all hell. And they're trying to halt that momentum that she has. And they're trying to slow it down. She's over. Go with it. Try to make some money. All right. So what if they're cheering her over Charlotte Flair? You know, so you try to turn her into a heel, and guess what? She's still getting cheered over Charlotte Flair. It's only a short-term thing, but it's happening. Let it happen. All right, give her the freaking belt. It's too late now. They're turning her heel. I don't think she'll get the belt, at least not now. I'm picking Charlotte Flair just like you. And if Charlotte Flair loses, she will still walk out of there with that belt somehow. Okay, what do we got next? For the WWE Championship, AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. We've already established that AJ Styles is a horrible dad. The guy is a horrible dad. That little girl didn't even want to get with him. She was like, who is this guy? You're sweaty. Please stay away from him. She didn't even recognize him, A-Track Brown. She didn't recognize him.
She wanted Samoa Joe.
Yeah, she wanted her real daddy, Samoa Joe, who is nice enough to read her bedtime stories. He wrote a book. You know, he did the animations on it. It was crazy. Did you see the art that Samoa Joe put together? Really talented man.
That's what I'm telling you. It was great, man. Joe, listen, Joe has a future like Mick Foley of writing children's books, yo.
Anyway, you know where he doesn't have a future? As the WWE champion. AJ Styles wins this match. There is no way that they're giving Samoa Joe the WWE title. I won't believe it. If it does happen, it's a glitch in the Matrix. No way in hell Samoa Joe walks out of there. This is the Professor's Lock pick of the week. What's up, Professor Chabelo Villacruz? I'm stealing a gimmick for right now. Samoa Joe will lose. AJ Styles will win. A-Track Brown, give me your thoughts.
I'm going to be stubborn, and I'm going to pick Joe again.
Joe.
I'm going to spend my money on some WWE product because I'm getting that Samoa Joe shirt. I actually like it. It's hot.
Mm-hmm. I got the old school NXT one. It's fine. I just wanted to support Samoa Joe, so I picked it up. It's hot.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm going to be stubborn, man. I say Joe takes it.
Tell me why.
I say because AJ's had that thing for a while, man. I think that AJ has had that thing for quite a while. I think he loses the title and takes some time off. That's what I think. I think the whole thing about his family is exactly what's going to happen. He's going to lose. He's going to take some time off. He's going to come back and he's going to win the title back.
And he's going to take his family back. So Samoa Joe gets the family, the
he's
child.
He's going to come back. He's going to go to Raw and get buried by Roman Reigns.
He's going to be pound puppy number 3. All right. The Universal Championship, speaking of Roman Reigns, the burier of talent, the breaker of chains, Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. So it's Roman Reigns, the Samoan dog, versus Braun Strowman, the flipper of tractor trailers. Yet he can't figure out how to beat Roman Reigns. And he's not going to figure it out in Hell in a Cell. That's where it's going down. Roman Reigns will eat the dog food with the brand name Braun Strowman. Live in the WWE Network tomorrow night. He's going to be chowing down on Braun Strowman, in my opinion. Walks out of there.
What up, Michael Davis?
What's up, Mike? Walks out of there as the Universal Champ. Tell us something. A-Track Brown, what are you thinking?
Actually, Braun has beaten Roman more times than Roman has beaten Braun.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter because that's how you know Roman Reigns is winning.
What I mean.
That's how you know Roman Reigns is walking out with that title. He walks out with the title. I don't think he wins, actually. But I do think it ends in a no contest. I think Braun does some crazy stuff, like breaks the cage apart, but then again, that doesn't mean anything because it is Hell in a Cell. But some craziness is gonna happen, and it's probably gonna be a no contest. And then Monday night, Braun Strowman is gonna be like, "Oh, he didn't beat me," and Baron Corbin is gonna be like, "Well, you can still have your briefcase cash in, or you lost your cash in, but you can have a rematch tonight or whatever." That's what I think is going to happen, but Roman is walking out with the title.
Yeah, I think Roman straight up beats him here.
I think it ends in no contest.
I mean, how does it end? How does it end in no contest in Hell in a Cell? Somebody interferes. You think everybody interferes?
Well, yeah, that's another possibility. That's a very strong possibility.
Aren't dog fights outlawed? Is this not the thing to do?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you would think that the WWPC would know better than the sanction.
Are we going to have Peter outside of this event with the possibility?
No, you would think Michael Vick would be the special guest referee, but it's going to be freaking Mick Foley. So
with the
and that ring collapse, that's a good one, Tia Coupana. But that might be your de facto thing right there. Mick Foley getting involved some way somehow, or maybe he gets knocked out.
Yeah, well, who cares at that point with that, man? But that is what's going to happen. The Samoa Dog and his Pound Puppies versus the Hounds. No. What's their name? The Dogs of War. They're going to fight each other, and Peter's going to be at ringside. It's going to be amazing. All right.
The war is DOW. Do!
Say goodbye, A-Track Brown.
Goodbye, A-Track Brown.
What's up? OneWrestling.com. Take it easy, man. Go watch this. Give your predictions below. Do the like thing and subscribe and all that other stuff. Okay? Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Tell your friends.